I was a complete nobody. I didn't know if I could sing. I thought I have a family में तो सबको ही लगता है ना कि हमारा बच्चा बहुत अच्छा गाता है. अब बॉम्बे जाके पापा used to make my breakfast. He shut down his business because he wanted to come to Mumbai and support my dreams and see if it really goes anywhere. नहीं नहीं अभी नहीं अभी करो इंतजार नहीं नहीं अभी नहीं distance बनाओ यार.
Hi Akriti, welcome to E-Times.
Thank you.
So talking about the lockdown, the last lockdown, so what kept you busy at that time?
Oh well, I think the first 2 weeks I thought, oh wow, ये तो छुट्टी मिल गई है and we're just going to be enjoying ourselves sitting at home doing nothing. And very soon I realized that no, this feels very different. It doesn't feel, like we're not used to taking holidays. The only one time I actually took a holiday was my honeymoon, and me and my husband both on the third day were like, dude, this feels so strange. We're not working, we're not doing anything, so we're not the holiday kind of people. But then initially when lockdown was imposed, it was very scary. There was ambiguity. Nobody knew how long this could go on for, or what it could do to us physically, mentally, financially. So we didn't know what to look forward to. We didn't know what it's going to result into. But then I think it made us very patient people to start with. Number two, I think it made us discover a lot of hidden talents. Patient को मजबूरी में हुआ होगा, but we all learned to cook. I mean, fortunately, I do have health stuff at home. But despite that, I thought I love food anyway. And, eating is my only one avenue where I sort of spend my money. बाकी मुझे कोई ऐसे कुछ crazy शौक है नहीं life में.
Do you
so
cook?
Food it is. Sorry?
Do you cook or you are more into...
Yeah.
Acha, you cook as
well? No, I cook also enough to cook. But I don't cook every day. I mean, I cook when it's कुछ exceptional, कुछ नया बनाना है, कुछ try करना है, some sort of new recipe. So I try all of those fancy cooking. I don't do aloo gobi dal chawal.
I get it. I think we are in the same. I don't cook.
Yeah. It sounds so plastic, na? It sounds like बड़ी मतलब अजीब-अजीब चीजें बनाती है, normal खाना क्यों नहीं बनाती? But नहीं, मतलब I want to always experiment, and I make Thai, I make Chinese, I make Italian, I've tried Japanese, I've tried all sorts of things. Even Indian में, I've tried Sindhi curry, I've tried Gujarati curry, I've tried South Indian. So all of those kind of, and Mughlai recipes which are like never ending. So I used to try that, I think, and I pretty much killed it. I've never baked, etc. So my family was so over the moon कि यार आज क्या बना रहे हो, आज बताओ, आज का menu क्या है? Literally became a hashtag on my Instagram stories during the lockdown. And I think I just was literally counting my blessings every day. I'm able to have the resources to be able to cook for my family and, cherish every meal sitting with them. And that all of us are healthy and all of us have shelter to live in. We also tried to, raise funds for people who are not in a position to run their houses if, they don't make money every day. So we did a lot of Insta concerts, a lot of Facebook concerts to raise funds for them. And I mean, nobody knew this is, I think it made us realize the power of social media in spreading awareness, in spreading, how do I say, becoming friends with people you don't even know and doing something, opening your hearts out to people you don't know personally. So I think it did, if you look at the good side of it, which we all must, it did a lot of good things also. Brought us closer to family. We never get to spend time, with them mostly. जब हम travel करते हैं, या होते भी हैं तो we're constantly wired, we're thinking, doing other stuff. So I think it gave us the opportunity to just be with family.
That's true. And talking about Insta lives and concerts, I must say that I absolutely loved you in Zee Bangla Saregama Little Champs. What was your entire experience, being a judge of that show, and what was a takeaway sort of thing from there?
I have judged Saregama on Zee Bangla 7 years ago also. And I felt one very prominent thing then. It stuck with me for all these 7 years. And it sort of came alive again the moment I was there on that set from day one. from the grand auditions to the grand finale, it has made me feel that, you know, the hunger that an artist needs to have, it needs to be kept alive all the time. The moment we end up thinking that, yaar, मैं तो कर ही रही हूँ ना, मतलब मेरा तो काम चल ही रहा है, या shows हो तो रहे हैं, recordings हो तो रहे हैं, that's when you sort of put either a full stop or a comma to your progress as an artist. Because with the times we're all in constantly evolving times right now. Our industry, you know, the listeners are constantly expecting new music, new sounds, new something. So if you don't reinvent yourself, and, you know, that hunger sort of, if you're very satiated and you're very okay with, say, to a life, everything is great, you know, then I think you will become jaded very, very soon. And looking at all these contestants there, I was like so motivated, so inspired, because you know, वो जो शुरुआती दिनों में जो हमारी भूख होती है ना, that I think is such an attractive quality. Anybody who wants to work hard, somebody who wants to just achieve something, you know, so that mehnat, that devotion, that dedication, that pagalpan, that dhun that goes into becoming something or getting anything that you want to achieve, that passion that is there. अगर वो कई बार होता है ऐसा, you know, कि हम in due course of time हम थक जाते हैं, you know, लगता है कि अरे बाप रे, इतना काम तो चल रहा है, इतना काम तो कर रहे हैं, you know, you start making money, and then sometimes I've seen in a lot of my friends, me, that we all get very like, okay, so these guys in this whole journey of Saregama has reminded me to keep that fire alive, and, you know, to constantly like reinvent yourself. That passion that I've seen each one of them there. The top 6 to chalo wo to alag baat hi hai, they are gems, but, you know, all the other contestants,
like they're fighting,
वो बैठे बैठे पूरा टाइम गाते रहते हैं यार, पूरा टाइम, not just the moments that they were on stage in those 3 minutes of performance. नहीं, they used to constantly keep singing, and the love also that they share for each other, despite of them being in a competition. I think that is such a beautiful attribute.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful, beautiful attribute.
So Akriti, singing in front of a live studio or audience could be overwhelming too. So, you know, does it still give you goosebumps? You know, are there any?
Oh man, oh, trust me, it does. You know, we're also doing IPML. So on one side, I am judging Saregama on Zee Bangla, and on the other side, I am contesting as a professional in as a team captain of Bengal Tigers with Shan in Indian Pro Music League on ZTV. So, you know, I'm in their boat and I'm in the other boat also. So I totally get what it is to be a contestant. Having said that, what you said is very, very important, because I must have done like thousands of concerts by now. You put me on any stage, I will sing bindas. But I don't know what happens, you know, sometimes on this stage where I know that I'm going to be judged. I know I'm going to be given marks, and then I have to ask for votes from public. I don't know if it makes me sound like a kid or let people judge me. I mean, it doesn't matter. I think probably it's a mark of an artist when you have jitters even last minute. On this munch, I feel like if I'm wearing heels or I'm wearing flats, it's immaterial. I start to shiver. It does something to you. You know that people are going to listen to you and people are going to be telling you what they thought of your performance. Hota hai yaar. I think it's only human to feel a little like shaky. So sometimes that whole nervousness gives me a boost and it makes me perform better.
Okay. So you take it sportingly. I mean, not...
Have to.
Because there are times, you know, like we start to shiver when we go and perform on a stage, and then, oh, everybody's looking at me now. Is my dress okay? Am I able to stand properly or not?
You know, as kids, when I look at my performances as a kid, I have a lot of videos of me as a 4-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old. तो उस टाइम पे इतनी समझ नहीं होती थी. You know, आप गाते थे क्योंकि आपको गाना गाना है. आप इसलिए नहीं गाते थे क्योंकि आपको किसी को इम्प्रेस करना है या सबकी फेवरेट बनना है. You know, so we all can't be Rajma Chawal, we can't be loved by everybody. वो वाली बात है. So yeah, I think we just wanted to sing, and that's what we did. So अब ज़्यादा जब समझ आ जाती है, बहुत awareness हो जाती है, वहाँ पे फिर आप बहुत alert हो जाते हो. फिर alertness में कहीं शायद the other feelings sort of crawl in.
So Akriti, you have been in this industry for so long. I mean, from singing to, finally becoming a judge. So, looking back, what has been your biggest takeaway from the music industry?
I think the biggest takeaway has been knowing where your ambitiousness becomes over ambitiousness. That's very, very important. I haven't worked with, all the people who are in my list of people I want to work with yet. But I'd still like to do that, but I have my own way of doing it. But if I drive myself crazy with, oh my god, I want to work with this person and it's not happened yet, oh my god, it'll probably drive me nuts and it'll probably somewhere make me insecure, and that insecurity will kill me as an artist.
That's
So I just want to take my time. I'm going to keep discovering new things, keep learning on the fly.
Yeah.
And I mean, thankfully, because my family has always kept me super grounded. चाहे time बहुत अच्छा हो life में, चाहे time बहुत खराब हो life में, I think they've given me a reality check every now and then. And I think that's how, it's important to stay normal. Like you can't change your behavior with your family or your folks or your husband or your sisters or anybody that you meet with or your staff or your friends.
Yeah.
When you're when life you have like 5 releases every month and you're like, "Arey, wow, come, let's do this, let's meet, let's do this." And when nothing's happening, you can't become another person who doesn't want to meet and socialize. So I've always told myself I love music and I'm so blessed that I'm able to do it, and I know I'm one of the very few people who get to pursue their dreams, make their passion into a profession. But then you also need to know that music and your career, essentially, not music. Music can be your life, but your career cannot be your life.
That's true.
Career is a part of your life. So that is something that, my father, my mother have always insisted on. It's sort of written here loud and clear, and I try to remind myself of that on days that are not so good. So I think this is one mantra that really helped me during the lockdown also. It drove us all crazy at some point, but it helps me stay normal. I think that's very important.
So what's your creative process like? When you are given a piece, how do you look at it?
If I'm singing something that is composed by somebody else, I normally would like to live with it for a little while. So I sort of absorb it and it becomes a part of my system. And not just go and sing it on the mic in half an hour, which happens most times.
Yeah.
Because वो ऐसे ही होता है कि अभी स्टूडियो आओ, गाना सुनो और थोड़ी देर में रिकॉर्ड करके घर. But normally I would like to live with the song for a little bit, adapt to it, make it my own, and then sing it. And I'd always try to remember the lyrics and then sing it. Okay. Because lyrics देख के ना कभी मुझे लगता है feelings compromise हो जाती है. So I try to
focus on that lyrics, and tab I'm not able to process what's going on in the song.
Yeah. And because also when I sing regional, initially I didn't even understand Bengali 7 years ago, until 5 years ago. धीरे-धीरे समझ आनी शुरू हुई, and then I was singing so extensively in Bengali movies. Yeah. So by reading and singing, I felt like it became mechanical for me. So I used to understand what it meant, then memorize it and then sing it.
Okay, but that's sort of a challenge, remembering the lyrics.
Yes, it is. Yeah, to get the diction right.
So you started out at a time when there was no social media, not enough trend for reality shows. Nobody's putting up videos on YouTube. So how challenging was it for you to venture into music, getting into that space, putting yourself out? What were the sort of roadblocks back then?
Oh well, I think it was generally very hard for people who started before me and around my time, maybe a couple of years after me as well. Until Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and everything happened. I think I'll tell you how I did it, because I just knew that I wanted to go to Mumbai and make it in music. Now, I initially honestly wanted to be a pop star, because that whole indie pop scenario was something that really attracted me. So that is something I wanted to do. But then by the time I finished my schooling in my 12th standard exams and I came to Mumbai, that whole era of indie pop had become remixes, and it was, that whole line was very blurry by then. Kanta laga and all of this had happened. So I was like, yaar, ye kya timing hui? Ab kya karungi? and we didn't know anybody. It was my father who promised me इतने percentage ले आओ तुम 12th में boards में, उसके बाद मैं अगले ही दिन तत्काल की टिकट बुक करूंगा ट्रेन में and we'll go to Bombay and we'll see how it goes. So we gave each other 6 months and we wanted to meet people. And एक म्यूजिक की ना वो येलो पेजेस टाइप की आती है books, those are music की directories. So we used to take a highlighter pen and just keep making notes of किसको फोन करना है, किसको फोन करना है. उसमें सबके लैंडलाइन नंबर्स होते थे. Mobiles also very few people had and only studio numbers were there mostly. So my job only was to wake up, eat breakfast that Papa used to cook because I was out of school. I didn't even know how to cook anything. I couldn't boil milk also at that time. 17 years old or something. तो Punjabi family, protected. कुछ किया ही नहीं क्योंकि जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी कभी करने की. तो बॉम्बे जाके पापा used to make my breakfast. He shut down his business because he wanted to come to Mumbai and support my dreams and see if it really goes anywhere. You know, so I knew that even though I was young and I was just out of school and we didn't know anybody, but I had to make it. I just had to make it. I knew it. So not giving myself an option or not giving myself a plan B was a good thing, I guess. नहीं तो बहुत जल्दी गिव अप कर लेते और वापस चले जाते. So हम वही बैठ के रोज डायरेक्टरीज में से जो नंबर्स थे उनको फोन करते रहते थे और मैसेजेस करते रहते थे. SMS होता था तब सिर्फ. So I used to send messages to people saying that this is me from Delhi and I'd love to get an opportunity to work with you. And very few people replied. But I think that one little thing that worked for me was I had already started doing opening acts for a lot of big singers and performers and composers, जो artists जो perform करते थे when I was in school. So I was 16 when I started to, 15, 16 when I started to do this. So everybody used to say, Arey, do you have any plans of coming to Mumbai? You must come to Bombay. And I obviously with like, you know, rose petals falling on my head, I used to think, yeah, I need to go to Bombay, you know, I need to make this happen. So वहाँ पे पहुँचने के बाद में बहुत कम लोग थे जिन्होंने कहा था ना कि बॉम्बे आके बताना and we'll have to work with you. So very few people answered my calls and some called me to the studio, like Vishal Shekhar called me to the studio. Shankar Mahadevan sir called me to the studio, and Shankar Bhai has literally been that one person who gave me so much warmth with, you know, me and my father sitting on the studio by reception. He asked his receptionist to make a list of people I should contact with proper numbers, and he said, "Aap bolo ki maine recommend kara hai." So maybe it will give you that little push. You know, nobody does that. Nobody has a time here. Why would anybody do it for me? I was a complete nobody. I didn't know if I could sing. I thought, I mean, I have a family में तो सबको ही लगता है ना कि हमारा बच्चा बहुत अच्छा गाता है. तो मुझे नहीं पता था मैं म्यूजिक सीख रही थी. But singing on the mic as a professional playback singer is a completely different ball game altogether. So I didn't know if I was good enough or not. But then when people like that were showing faith in me, it just made me feel like, buddy, you cannot fail. You know, you gotta make it happen. So the hard work was happening, and then when opportunities started to come in, I did a couple of jingles, and Vishal Shekhar ka sabse mera debut song in the movies happened with Vishal Shekhar. It was 10 film ka Chham Se Wo Aa Jaye, and वो गाने के बाद भी मैं भूल ही गई थी कि you know गाना आया है, आएगा कि नहीं आएगा, रिलीज होगा पता नहीं, क्योंकि सब लोग बोलते थे ना आपको कि you know what, forget about it. तुम गा के जाओगे, तुम स्क्रैच गाओगे, बट बड़े बड़े सिंगर्स आके रिकॉर्ड कर लेते हैं, so don't have any hopes up, you'll break your heart and you get very demoralized. So I kept that in my mind and I forgot about it. And then one day my dad was I was writing my second year or first year college exams. I used to come back to Delhi to write my exams, and so dad was at some Planet M or one of those, you know, music shops. He picked up the audio cassette. So he picked up that audio cassette and उसके पीछे मेरा नाम लिखा हुआ था. So he was over the moon and he called me in Delhi, and so I went in the evening to pick up like lots of like 10, 12 cassettes of and CDs of that movie. So that kind of marked my debut. But then उसके बाद में भी बहुत लंबा जैसे अकाल छा गया था, कुछ रिलीज नहीं हो रहा था, मैं कहीं गा नहीं रही थी, समझ नहीं आ रहा था क्या करें. So इसी तरह के opening acts I was doing, like, you know, for a lot of established artists. So at least I knew that I was making little bit money here and there. We were able to run the house. Mumbai was relatively very very expensive. Yeah, I mean everything, dal, chawal, atta, doodh, सब कुछ महंगा था यहाँ पे as compared to Delhi. So it was hard. It was hard, but you know, knowing that my father had shut down his business, that was the harder part. That, you know, you've got to go back and what are you going to do and tell everybody that kuch hua nahi wahan pe, you know.
People
So, so it was a little hard, but my family was like beyond supportive. Within my joint family, everybody was supportive. But outside of that, I think everybody wanted me to fail. Everybody was waiting कि अब वापस आएगी, you know, so on and so forth. But I think a little bit of being at the right place amongst the right people, and probably because Dad was like my spine throughout, and held my hand through the horrible days and through the good days when I would go and record something for somebody, and taking care of me like a mother would.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I was just fortunate to have my family support. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have done. I even did a VJing job for ETC, a music channel.
Okay.
Back in the day, because I thought maybe that my job was to interview people, interview music artists. So I thought, oh, this is interesting. Maybe I'll make some, you know, headway into the industry by talking to some people. इस तरह से at least मिलने को तो मिलेगा लोगों को. So yeah, I had interviewed Asha ji, I had interviewed Shan at that time. I remember it was nice. So I think मैं तो ये नहीं सोची थी कि हिमेश जी का भी जो हिमेश जी के साथ भी जो काम होना शुरू हुआ था वो इस VJing job की वजह से ही शुरू हुआ था.
Okay.
So somebody spotted me there, and she was Himesh ji's Rakhi sister, Rupa, her name is. So she was making a movie or some music videos or something, and she wanted me to act in that. Because she saw me as a VJ. I was not singing, so you know, but मैं आई तो singer बनने थी. So she asked me if I wanted to act, and I went to her house to convince her that I can't to start with. It's a different art altogether. But please मुझे गाना गाना है, तो आप कहीं पे गाने के लिए मुझे recommend कर दो. So crazy coincidence. It was Rakhi that day. It was Raksha Bandhan, and हिमेश जी घर आए थे, तो उन्होंने उनको मिलवाया, और मेरे कुछ remixes उस वक्त रिलीज हो चुके थे. So हिमेश जी को मैंने, मेरे बैग में तो हमेशा वो CD तो रहता ही था डेमो का, तो मैंने उनको पकड़ाया, उन्होंने कहा कि हाँ ये गाना मैंने सुना है, चल I'll keep it in mind and I'll call you when the time is right. I was like, oh, another time is right. When is this right time going to come? But he actually called me in a week's time. And my first song with him was in Priyadarshan sir's film for Shahid Kapoor and Kareena Kapoor and Nihan Dupia, Chham Se Wo Aa Jaye.
Yeah.
In Chup Chup Ke, the film was Chup Chup Ke. So yeah, I think if this is not fate and good fortune, I don't know what is.
So yeah, we can say you were at the right place at the right time. You know, had it not been
amongst the right people, God has really been kind to me. You know, of course, mehnat is required, but you know, अगर आप में है तभी आपको opportunity मिलेगी तो आप कुछ कर पाओगे. But I've just been, it's been magical. Yeah.
So now with the current scenario of the music industry, what are the kind of challenges you face now?
Like I said earlier also, I think it's very important to keep reinventing yourself, something or the other, naya karte raho, keep changing your tonality, keep working on new styles that you can adapt to. So I've tried to do that, and I think one thing that's really kept me alive has been live performances. So be it a song release or be it in the absence of a song release, I have fortunately got many opportunities to be that live performer जो एक वो गाड़ी है वो चलती रही है, fortunately. You know, so उससे भी बहुत perspective मिलता है. You know, you realize that, you know, if you can sing at the end of the day, your boat will keep sailing. You know, so I think it's about establishing that connection with the audiences live, and then using that how do I say, you know, when you play it by the ear in front of your audiences, you know what's working, you get to understand the pulse. And then I tried to use you get to have a direct connection with them also, and then your songs are no more just Shah Rukh Khan, Kareena Kapoor songs, or you know, then they become your songs when you're performing live.
Yeah.
So that for me is a very exhilarating, very liberating experience whenever I'm on stage. Now, be it me performing on a public concert, a college concert, a shadi, or a corporate show, it's just that audiences के सामने perform करने में जो genuinely जो मजा है ना, that high that you get,
Yeah.
I don't think anything can come close to that for me. Anything can come parallel to that for me.
That's true.
So yeah, that has been one blessing for sure, being able to perform on stage. And usse what I took away was I got an understanding of what people really want. You know, so I started a series on my social media called You Choose, I Sing. And that hashtag also picked up a lot. And I started to make my renditions, my imaginations of songs that people would like me to sing.
Okay.
But I haven't been able to sing otherwise.
Yeah.
It could be a male song, it could be a classic, it could be a folk song, it could be a ghazal, it could be anything.
Yeah.
So that way I get to sing what I like and what people would like me to sing. So social media pe, YouTube pe, I started to make those videos, and I was shocked because the first song that we put out, it got some 500,000 views. The next one reached like 4 million. And you know, I mean, these are covers. So I don't even spend any money promoting them or do PR around it, or I don't do any of those things. I just record the song, make a video, and upload it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I realized how my YouTube subscribers picked up, and it was so heartwarming. Yeah, it was like very gratifying to see कि मैं दिल से कुछ कर रही हूँ और वो दिल तक पहुँच रहा है. So my Lag Ja Gale in this one series that I done with my band that I perform on stage with, it was called Big Band Theory, and उसका season 1 आया हुआ है. Season 2 की तैयारी चल रही है, but ये lockdown हमारा पीछा नहीं छोड़ रहा है. So उसके अंदर one song Lag Ja Gale picked up so much that it has collectively some 35 million views on YouTube. So, you know, I mean, I know that if I sing from the heart, it will reach their hearts.
That's true.
Now, yeah, so I've done like lots of songs now on my YouTube, and it feels good. Yeah, I feel like you got to keep evolving. YouTube was not there when I started out. So if it takes me to make music videos, and now finally I am gathering the courage to put out original music also, because I'm not signed with any label, you know. So without any labels push in times of today, you know how crazy it becomes. It becomes like, you know, it's a lot of expenditure, it's a lot of heart, it's a lot of time, emotion, everything. And then if it doesn't reach out to people in the right way, then it's no point.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to gather all the ammunition that is required to put out original music now, finally.
So the last few years, we have seen a rise of many new singers. And, you know, it sort of feels, you know, the monopoly of one voice has broken up. So, you know, how do you look at it?
It's great, isn't it? It's almost like पहले कपड़ों के brands भी नहीं होते थे ना, अब सब कुछ ही खुलता जा रहा है. So when they say the world's become really small, दुनिया मुट्ठी में, तो दुनिया मुट्ठी में, लेकिन इतनी ज़्यादा खुल गई है कि आपकी मुट्ठी में समाएगी भी नहीं है. So it's great. I think people are more aware of what they can do. Social media has given them the power to just make a selfie video and put it out there and be recognized tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, Yashraj Mukhate is one of the biggest examples. He never thought that he'd become this, you know, sensation over social media. He was just doing something for fun.
Yeah.
And it just picked up. So I think it's incredible that people's tastes have also widened. It's not like they only want to hear one kind of music. So there's audiences have evolved. Their listening taste has evolved, and which is because the artists have evolved, and now they're feeling like they can experiment, and there's no harm in experimenting. Let's just put out our music, say what our voices really want to say, and फिर देखा जाएगा.
So do you feel there's a dearth of, you know, female composers in the music industry? Because, you know, we have heard many female singers speak about the lack of female voices in Bollywood films. Sometimes the narrative is much male driven, and, you know, a lot of the opportunities. So how do you know, what is your take on it?
Oh, well, I completely agree. I mean, I've tried composing at my end, but I just feel like it's a very tiring process when you start to think of it. I'm talking of the film side of things.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I feel like, oh my God, I don't know what to do anymore because I've been around for so long. But then this is like starting afresh and then approaching people. But पता नहीं वो resistance है या मुझे ही नहीं आता approach करना, वो भी हो सकता है, I don't know. But you know, I have composed this one song in a film called Milan Talkies. It was called Jobless, and तिग्मांशु धूलिया की film थी, उसमें अली फजल है, and it was a very cute film. And yeah, the song also, it was their biggest song in the film. But then because this film was like a relatively smaller film, a relatively non-commercial film, they didn't push the music so much. So I mean, a song that probably had the potential to become big, I'd like to believe so, did not reach out much.
Yeah.
Because promotion. So then what do you do यार? In times, in situations like this, आप यही कर सकते हो कि आप अपना अच्छा म्यूजिक बनाओ और फिर वेट करो कि कोई सुने और बुलाए. Yeah, but I think women do have it in them, yeah. So many women. I mean, I feel if you're a singer, you have it in you to become a composer. And this is something that Shankar Mahadevan sir taught me. And when I was making my independent album that released on Sony Music, it was a self-titled album called Akriti. It had 2 songs composed by him. Okay. And the rest of those 5 songs were composed by me. Okay. But I didn't know I could compose till he pushed me to do it. He said, क्या होगा, खराब गाना बनेगा ना, just make it, see what you feel. If you want, the point of making original music outside of the movies is to put your voice out there. And if you don't know what you want to sing, then how will another person who's supposed to compose for you know about it? You know, so I thought, yeah, point तो है, but मुझे आता नहीं है compose करना, कैसे करते हैं? So I got hands on lyrics first. And then I put those to tune, and then I used to keep sending him voice notes कि कैसा लग रहा है. So he used to encourage me, बहुत अच्छा है. Then there was this one song called छूने दो. The day he said that, I wish I'd composed this. You know, so I thought that was,
yeah,
मुझे मिल गया ऑस्कर, मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए. You know, तो फिर लगा कि कर सकती हूँ. तो मैंने बहुत सारे गाने बनाए, कुछ तो singles release भी करे. But then somewhere, I have to confess, I mean, I think I just got tired because it wasn't reaching out there. So I think कुछ लोगों को, लड़कियां जो है जिनको कंपोज करना आता है और बहुत अच्छा करते हैं, शायद एवेन्यूज उतने नहीं मिलते. नंबर 2, डर एक है, you know, सब सिंगर्स को डर होता है और सब लोग एडमिट भी नहीं करेंगे, बट मुझे पता है कि जब आप कंपोज करना शुरू होते हो तो सडनली फिर सबको लगने लगता है कि यार ये तो कंपोज भी कर रही है, छोड़ो फिर इसको क्या बुलाना है, ये खुद ही कंपोज करे फिर. You know, एक वो डर रहता है. So yeah, I think we just need to forget about all of that and just put our stuff out there, you know, and then see what happens.
So this is a little personal, but I wanted to know, you know, many singers have, you know, previously spoken about favoritism and, you know, music mafias in the industry. So, you know, you've been around for a long time. Have you ever faced such thing?
Oh, I have. My songs have been read up many, many times because I'm not a certain label's artist.
Okay.
But then initially it used to really bother me also. And I got the opportunity to probably, you know, I mean, I got calls to become a part of that brigade, but I chose not to because मुझे लगा कि यार, you know how that deal works. I just felt like कोई बात नहीं ना, मैं खुद ही करूँगी, देखा जाएगा क्या होगा. Because probably I've just been brought up like that. Maybe it was a wrong decision also. Maybe I would have made way more, you know, a bigger repertoire in terms of songs, in terms of number of releases per month. Maybe नहीं 100% हुआ होता वो. But I don't know. At that time, I just made that decision, and I just would like to stand by it.
That's nice. So, as an artist, how do you take care of your mental health?
Oh my God. Like I told you, you know, being with family or having that 1 or 2 people in your life who keep showing this chant to you कि बेटा उड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, वापस आ जाओ. And on days that you're really like, you know, I don't feel good, I don't even want to listen to music.
Yeah.
what is this life? What is going on? I had this song that was supposed to release. It's not coming out. And, there are days like that. We've chosen to be in an industry where it's meant to be erratic.
Yeah, it's meant to be like.
So the same person who brings you down also lifts you up at times. Be it with food, be it with pep talks, be it with a drive, be it with just comfort talking, or be it with like slapping you again so that you come out of it, and buck up again. So I think for me, it's completely been my family, my parents, my husband. I'm so fortunate to get married to my best friend. And, even today, it's not like you're my husband and I'm your wife. We're best friends. So we talk to each other about every goddamn thing, everything. शूटिंग पे स्ट्रेस होता है, अच्छा मेरे कपड़े नहीं है आए अभी तक, स्टाइलिंग नहीं हुई है, तो स्ट्रेस तो है यार लाइफ में, स्ट्रेस तो है. On a daily basis there is crazy level of stress. So we try to diffuse it on our own level. Sometimes we can't also. It gets really hard on certain days. Now, for example, this Indian Pro Music League that is happening, I never thought that being in a competition could give me so much stress. Because it's public voting. And हमारी टीम फर्स्ट 2 इनिंग्स में 1 नंबर पे थी, मतलब एक पॉइंट मिला था हमें. So I was like, oh my god, now is it supposed to bother me as much as it's bothering me? Why am I getting so bothered? इतना क्यों स्ट्रेस हो रहा है मुझे? And I used to feel like crazy anxiety. और या तो परफॉर्मेंस है तो अब क्या होगा, बिकॉज खुद की परफॉर्मेंस नहीं, पूरी टीम की परफॉर्मेंस की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आपके सिर पे है. सो ऐसे मोमेंट्स आते थे. एंड फिर लॉकडाउन की भी याद आती थी सडनली कि यार मुझे तो खुशी मनानी चाहिए. एटलीस्ट वी आर वन ऑफ द फ्यू ऑफ द वेरी फॉर्चुनेट पीपल हु हैव बीन वर्किंग थ्रू एंड थ्रू द लॉकडाउन. So just that little reminder to yourself, if nobody else can do it for you, then you got to remind yourself that you have to hold on to things that make you smile. It's going to be hard in the most rosy situations, and let me tell everybody that having a great bank balance or 0 rupees has got nothing to do with your mental peace. You can be super happy if you have nothing in your bank account also. You have to settle this first. नहीं तो आपके पास में करोड़ों अरबों रुपए भी होंगे, तब भी आप यहाँ पे सॉर्टेड नहीं होंगे. यहाँ पे आप फिर आप वायर्ड ही रहोगे, आपको नींद नहीं आएगी, आप परेशान रहोगे. मैं भी अभी बोल रही हूँ, but on certain days even I'm a mess. But that's how all of us are, yeah. We just need to keep reminding ourselves. I end up cooking a lot when I'm feeling a little like unnerved. I cook a lot. And then lockdown में I think मेरी life की सबसे बड़ी blessing एक आई थी in the roop of my छोटू सा puppy. His name is Audio. So he keeps me so happy. It's unbelievable. He has been the medicine to all my horrible shitty days and great days. So on a great day I'm working, but I still want to come back home to him. So yeah, I think he's been a major relief.
So if it wasn't your music career, what would you have been doing right now?
I think if I was not a professional singer, it would have still been music.
Yeah.
Maybe I was teaching, maybe I would have done my, doctorate in music or something, postgrad in music, something like that. But I would have been in music only.
So, what about your siblings? Sukriti and Prakriti, do they look up to you? So, what is the kind of advice you give them? Because
I give it every day. Literally, they were, before this interview started, they crashed here only. They live in the next wing with my parents. So we're in the same building, thankfully. So lockdown में ये बहुत सहूलियत रही है, thankfully. कि parents बिल्कुल बगल में है. So yeah, they were here. तब भी मैं उनको अभी 10-15 मिनट पहले मैं यही बोल रही थी. In fact, next week जो हमारा Indian Pro Music League पे episode आना है, उसका promo they have just released 10 minutes back, and I'm going to repost it on my social media now. Where I didn't know they are going to come and surprise me on the episode, but they were hearing me sing. I was doing a romantic song performance. They were hearing me backstage, and the LED opened. Oh, there was a video that they showed me. So I saw the video and I started to cry. And then the LED opened and then they walked. And oh my God, it was like, but I met you yesterday, but I'm still crying. It was crazy. It is, I'm sure you have siblings who you don't sit and say what they mean to you every day. पर्सनली हम लोग आपस में बैठ के ये सब नहीं डिस्कस करते हैं that you know you've done this for me and you know it really meant a lot and से रोज कोई बात नहीं करता है, but वहाँ पे because they ended up saying such nice things I couldn't stop crying. And then you know then we came home and we also spoke about every time they release a song, now they're making their own music, you know, and they're releasing such great videos, music videos. They're composing also, you know, so it's great to see them do so much, and it's literally the path that I had imagined, my father had imagined for them, my mother had imagined for them. So it's great to see that, you know, they found their own calling, they found their own direction in music, and they're just not blindly. इनिशियली हम सबको लगता था कि सबके बड़े भाई बहन होते हैं, तो यू नो जो वो करना चाहते हैं आपका भी मन होता है कि नहीं मुझे यही करना है. तो हमने तो बहुत टेस्ट भी लिए थे इनके, सोच के कि पता नहीं इनको सच में करना है कि इनको दिख नहीं रहा है कि बहुत हार्ड वर्क है और इट्स नॉट ऑल हंकी डोरी, यू नो देयर आर स्लीपलेस नाइट्स एंड इट्स एब्सोल्युटली क्रेजी एंड बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रगल है, मेहनत है. तो we figured that they really want to do this, so if they want to do it, not just because they like to see that I wear fancy clothes and you know people pay you to do what you love, sounds crazy, you know. So they thought that I thought that शायद वो इसलिए देख रहे हैं कि you know गाना ही तो गाना है, लोग ताली भी बजाते, प्यार भी देते, पैसे भी देते, कमाल है यार ये. But I figured that they really wanted to do it, so I really admire their passion towards what they do, their dedication, because the competition out there is ruthless, you know. So to stick with each other as sisters and to do it and not let that competition vibe creep in, and just keep it all you know positive. It's a big deal today.
One thing which you would want to change in the music industry?
Change. I wish I was born like some 20 years pehle or something. I wanted to really sing in that era जब 100 musicians एक साथ बजाते थे ना, तो वो देखने को मिला नहीं हमें. तो अब हम जाके गाते हैं अगर फिल्म्स के लिए, तो फिर पता भी नहीं होता है that who's going to be singing with us or who sometimes who we are singing for also.
सब अलग-अलग होके merge हो जाता है. So that's it.
Yeah. More inclusivity also, to be honest. Aditi, genuinely, I really wish that बढ़ रहा है वो, अभी तो खुल रहा है माहौल पूरा, when everybody is experimenting with new voices, but more and more should be welcome, more and more.
So is there anything you'd like to say to your younger self performing for the first time or recording in a studio for the first time?
No, I wish I could just tell myself to stay that way, because now I'm so much more conscious. Now I just get stressed with like the smallest of things, like oh my god, what do I have to wear tomorrow? Because now that is also a concern. You know, earlier it didn't matter. I used to wear the same frock. I had like 4 or 5 frocks. I used to just keep switching between frocks, and clothes was like the least of my concern. But now, just nailing the song was important. Everything else now, the pressure of social media, etc., is quite a lot. I mean, I'll have to detox once in a while. Just go missing from Instagram for 3 days, not look at it, no alerts, no notifications, don't want to see stories, nothing. It's great, you know, declutter. I don't even follow like too many people because I don't like only so much information. अपना काम करो, अच्छे से करो, that's all that should matter.
Okay.
So I would probably go and tell my younger self that when there is chaos in life, learn to declutter. Focus on what you have to do only.
So I have a quick challenge for you. So I'm going to give you 2-3 situations and you have to sing a song.
Okay, done.
So first song that comes in your mind when you are thinking of social distancing.
नहीं नहीं अभी नहीं, अभी करो इंतजार, नहीं नहीं अभी नहीं, डिस्टेंस बनाओ यार.
What about lockdown?
लॉकडाउन, इसमें बड़े सारे लोगों में ही डिस्टेंस आ गया है ना फिजिकली, तो बहुत सारी चीजों की याद आती है. तो आई थिंक याद आ रही है, तेरी याद आ रही है, या फिर मे बी वी शुड सिंग अंदर से कोई बाहर ना जा सके, बाहर से कोई अंदर ना आ सके, So जब कभी ऐसा हो तो क्या हो गया है.
If you have to only get the essentials because baki sara stores will be closed, so you know what is that kind of song you'd have?
Oh, this is tough. सोचना पड़ेगा मुझे. थोड़ा है, थोड़े की जरूरत है.